Hey, hi. I'm in front of my new home. I got a new home. Choo-choo, homies. Welcome to my new house. I'm going to give you a quick tour into the mess that I'm currently in. As in, I had the keys for 48 hours at this point, like truly 48 hours, not even at this point. And we already moved in. So we cleaned up the place quickly. Put all boxes in. It's a huge mess right now. There's definitely no smart home action going on at this point, but I do want to show you the current state and maybe gather some ideas from you. At least like grand house tour. Here we go. So first of all, this is how it looks up front. Let's go inside. Let's take a look. I'm not even sure where to go. So might me while I stumble with this one. To start with, there's a charger pole here. Car charger for my EV. It's a ratio. Never heard of it. Not sure if it's smart. Not sure what it does. I'm not even sure it load balances at this point. But there's a pole here. I did take my Peplar from the old place into here, so I'm planning to put up my Peplar charger again, which works with Home Wizard, which is kind of nice. Let's go in. Let's see what's inside here. There's some Philips Hue stuff left from the old homeowner, so it's kind of nice. There's still a little motion sensor, and there are many Hue bulbs still around, so that's kind of nice. Can reuse those. And the doorbell is problematic. Let me quickly show you. This is where a doorbell is supposed to be, which is not here. Something to fix. Okay, let's go inside. The mess inside is real. It is unreal. Like, we're half unpacked, boxes everywhere, wires everywhere. Probably it's a hot mess. We do plan on some renovations as well, some changes that are upcoming while we're living here. So this is going to be very interesting in that regard. Not sure how that I will survive that mess. Let's go inside. Let's check. Welcome to my hallway. Here we go. So the hallway is interesting. There's some automations to do here, I guess. Lighting, of course, the most obvious one to like state, but yeah, that's one. The hallway has floor heating as well. I'm not sure how that works. We'll come to heating in a bit, I guess. Little hallway here, which also contains currently all the boxes of smart home stuff. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. Stuff to figure out. My hallway. Another interesting part in the hallway is, of course, a toilet. I will spare that part, but it would be nice to have a little bit of music in there. Not sure. The interesting part in the hallway is the fuse box, and I can tell you, it's a huge mess. So that's something we're going to address soon, I guess. I'll show you. Look at the hot mess. I'm not even sure what this all is, to be fair. There seems to be some kind of networking in this house. There's a lot of networking in this house. It seems to be numbered. I'm not sure if it corresponds with all the outlets that are there, but whatnot. But there's a whole lot of things in here. And the further we go down, the bigger the mess becomes. This is my modem from the internet provider. I temporarily connected it until I can replace it all with the unified stuff I have. But at least for now, I have some kind of wired connection and the kids can watch YouTube and whatnot. There's a little interesting box in here. This is a Hunter HC. I'm not even sure what Hunter HC is. If you know, then please tell me. There's a box here with a huge Bluetooth logo, and whatever it does, it's mystery. There is an adapter here that says Pent Air Water, whatever that may do. Well, and my fiber connection has been connected yet, but this one is a huge mess, that's for sure. We're planning on replacing parts of this and make it neat and tidy. The electrician should come over upcoming Friday, so let's wait for that. Continuing the tour here, into the living room. Lots of opportunities here, I must say. One of the first things to mention and to see, well, let's just take you around quickly. By the way, we have a little dining area here with beautiful, beautiful lighting. This is actually an old-fashioned light bulb, like very old-fashioned. You cannot buy them in Europe anymore. A friend of mine still had them in a box. It's very nice to get something up and add some light quickly here. I do have a Philips air filter. It should be able to connect to Home Assistant actually. Should need to figure that out. But more interesting part, it can be found here on the wall. This is a Daikin control unit from the heat pump that's in here. I don't know how it connects or what it does. I've never had a heat pump. I know shit about heat pumps. Something to figure out. But there's also a watts temperature controller in here. I'm not sure how this relates to each other. Like this one I set a temperature and this one sets a temperature. For what? Why are there two temperature settings here? Why are this basically are two thermostats as far as I understand, but I don't know why. It's a single room, right? Otherwise, what else is here? Well, I do got a lot of boxes, of course, tons of boxes, as I've said, a bunch of Sonos boxes, so that's kind of nice. Television is still packed up in a box. I don't have telly at this point yet. Need to fix that before Mrs. can watch TV tonight. She would like that. Record player in there with a Sonos, what you call again? Like the not the Sonos amp, but the Sonos port, I guess it is. Sonos port for the final record player, which is kind of cool. That needs to get back into it. There's a little fireplace here. I think it's called Cali Fire or something. Let me quickly grab the remote. Cal Fire. I'm not sure what it does. I'm not sure if it's connected. What I do know is that the fireplace will go away. It's based on gas. We want to get this home gas free. So it will go and we'll go into a pellet stove basically that should be installed somewhere in a few months. But yeah, that's it. This is, by the way, the living room, the sitting area, where you look outside to the garden, which has some very interesting features I want to look at and need help and advice on as well. The kitchen. The kitchen is still here from the previous owner. It will be replaced at some point. Although it's a beautiful kitchen and it looks very good on camera, it does have its age a little bit in some places. Also, it's not very practical. But there will be something coming back, and which will take a few months actually, which will have more lighting we can control and such, more smart home kitchen, which more smart home equipment. So that's cool. Television, as I said, still needs to be installed. Empty wall right now. So there's that. Let's go. Let's continue here into. I'm not sure how you call this, a pantry? Is this a pantry? There's a nice pantry in here for the washer and dryer, and which is pretty nice. They are connected, they're Bosch, so we can connect them to the Home Connect app. Should be able to automate. These lights here in the ceiling, they're actually like old-fashioned switches. Super cool, needs to be fixed. That's cool. Then there's something here on the wall which seems to be a thermostat called Magnum. I can change the temperature and then it goes on and off. No clue what it controls. I would guess it's the temperature in here, but on this side there's a radiator. So I have no clue what that thing is for. It's whatever. We'll figure that out. In here, boiler room. Boiler room. Anyway, boiler room with floor heating a lot. It's an Intergas hybrid boiler, which uses the Daikin heat pump that's outside apparently. I don't know how this floor heating works. Like, I have no idea. I had floor heatings back in the day, so I have a mild idea, but I'm not sure how it works in combination with a heat pump and a hybrid and how to control this. I know it's controlled. It's actually got a watts control system with TRVs, or are they called TRVs? Valve controls on each of the groups or pipes or something. I don't know. Let me give you a look, a more detailed close look, because I could use some help. I don't know if I can connect with it at all. I have no data or information on this stuff. So this is part of like the experience I need to go into. Let me show you. So here's the piping from the floor, like distribution system. I don't know, how do you call this even in English? I don't know. And this is like a watts controller, or at least it says watts. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it is. Look at that. The temperature goes out and in, that I know. These pipes, by the way, these look pretty much like something that goes to a heat pump, right? Outside to an inverter or something, I guess. I don't know. Here's some weird thing that's laying around. Like it's like glues. I don't know. Not sure what it does and why it's here. Need to figure that one out. But yeah, here's something weird. This is something I need to get control over, and I absolutely need to get into Home Assistant in some way or another. I'm not sure. Heating. Important part here in the Netherlands, of course. Well, we have a garage too, by the way. There's a garage here. There's some old fluorescent tubes here. That needs to be replaced. That needs to be replaced by LED, of course. But this is a whole mess. Oh, there's something interesting in here, though. Let me move over. Lots of boxes, of course. But there's a huge solar edge inverter here. 3-phase, of course. This is 40 panels is on the roof. There's a lot of power coming through here. No idea. Like, I had a solar edge inverter before, which was a small one. I don't know what it involves to get control over it. I'm not sure if it's network connected. There seems to be a UTP cable, an Ethernet cable here. Not sure on credentials, not sure on ownership, not sure on maintenance. Stuff I need to figure out, that's for sure. So this is the currently very messy garage. Everything is messy right now. The art of moving. All right. Let's go upstairs. Let's see what's there. I need to close the doors, by the way. Do you like cats or dogs? Well, we like cats. We have a cat. She needs to get used to here, right? So we go through the living room, back into. All right, time to go upstairs. Serious mess here too. Welcome to the art of moving. The ninja is just walking by laughing. I know, I'm sorry, hon. Bathroom. This fell off the wall this morning. So that's it, but this is kind of nice. There's a daylight in here, but apparently it's wireless, so we need to figure out what that is and how I can control it, of course. So there's that. There's a thermostat on the wall here too, because there's floor heating, except it doesn't work. So I don't know. There's an RF control panel here too for the ventilation. Ventilation doesn't work, which sucks in a bathroom, to be fair. So that needs to be figured out. My son's room, actually. His bed is here, of course. He slept here last night. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Up here, I'm not sure if I can go that far up. Let me go. There we go. There's an aircon. LG dual inverter TQ. Whatever it may be or do, there's a remote control somewhere. I know there's like a whole pile of remote control somewhere. Did you find this one already?
Nope.
Nope, but that's the problem. There's literally a pile of remote controls everywhere. I need to figure out how to control that one. Then into the master bedroom here, where we can do some lighting too. They left the light here. We put in a light bulb, so there's at least some light now. But yeah, that's in here. Sonos has already been returned. But up here, again, there's aircon, but also does heating for this room. Apparently, I found the remote last night. Not sure if it works. It did work. It turned on and became a little bit warmer. But it's Mitsubishi. I don't know. We need to figure that out. What I do know is that if I go to the balcony here from our room here and go outside, there are two huge ass inverters here. And these I would love to control, of course. Okay, let's move on. Close the door. It's getting cold. It's 8 degrees Celsius outside right now. So we have a little dressing room as well. Some lights in top of here too, nicely built into the ceiling. Also like, it's not even LED at this point, needs to be replaced. Then, oh, this is beautiful. Look up. Look at that. Look at all that light. These are roof windows. You found a remote? Look, one remote has been recovered. These ceiling windows are actually remote controlled, and they have all remotes. They're electronic. They have like those bug screens as well and such to keep bugs out. Super nice, super cool, a lot of light. No clue on what to connect with them. Their call is from a brand called Velux, which is pretty familiar. We did find, or we did get the controls, the stack of controls. And here is a box of Vision Wireless, which is the Watts remote control for floor heating. Not sure why it's here and which room it controls. Could be actually the room here. Something to figure out. They're from a brand Velux indeed, and it does write Velux Active with Net Atmo. Well, Net Atmo is a famous one, but I didn't know they did anything with the screens and stuff. So let's figure out how that works. Heading into the new office. My new office. Still needs to be, everything needs to be prepped here. Like, I dumped my screen. There's a wooden desk here temporarily until I get my new desk. But it's kind of nice to have something. I will work on that for the coming weeks. It has the same large window here. And I do have a very nice window to the outside, to the garden, which I will get to in a second. But garden, very nice. My office, again, also floor heating, and this is another Mitsubishi Industries thing. So I guess this one is connected to the one in the bedroom, probably, I guess. Which it's different from the room of my son, which was an LG Think Q thing. We'll figure it out. And this one, hi. Room of my daughter, similar, has an aircon too. On top of this, there's a little thing here. I don't know how to call it. A little, what's it called? Floor. A little second floor in your room. I think that's a good name for it. But there's an LG ThinQ aircon there as well, which the remote has to be found for. And it also has floor heating, but the control for it is missing. So I guess that's that one control that's there. I don't know yet. We'll figure that one out someday. This is the inside. Let's go outside. Welcome to the outside world. We were just up there. That's where the inverter are, where we stood. That's the balcony from the master bedroom. And that is actually, that's the heat pump, apparently. There's Daikin on it. I guess it's the only one, so that must be the one. But yeah, welcome to the outside. the outside place. And I'm absolutely stunned with the outside space, to be fair. It's a very decent space. It's beautiful landscaped. It is winter though here, so it's a little bit like, it needs a little bit of love when spring comes, but all in all, it's definitely freaking beautiful. This is by far the gem of this house, to be fair. There's a lot of things to see here. All the lightings that is still here, except that string, but every little piece of lighting across the house is Philips Hue, which is nice. The previous owner left the Hue bridge. Haven't connected to it yet. The thing isn't hooked up to anything at this point. I do have one Philips Hue remote in this house. If I press it, all the lights in the garden will turn on, but not sure on which lights I can control and how to repair. And this is going to be a nice drama, I guess, but we'll figure it out. Things that I really want to have in this house is, let me walk into here a little bit so you can see it. It's security. I do want to have cameras. Like this part is where you come on from the street actually. So there's a gate there, or how do you call it? We call it a port. I'm not sure. There's a door there that leads to the street, so you can go around your house to get into the garden. That's something definitely I want cameras on, and also lighting and motion sensors and whatnot. That needs to be fixed. I was thinking about, I do have Reolink NVR, so I love their products, but I think I need something here. So I was thinking about like a big, maybe 2-lens 180 camera, like mounted on top, but depends a little bit on where all these Ethernet cables go and if I can power through PoE or not. Need to figure that one out. Besides that, there's a jacuzzi there, which is very nice that the homeowner left that one. The jacuzzi has a Gecko control. Not sure if it's connected, not sure if it can be connected. However, I do want to connect it. We need to figure out how to control the heating and monitor it, and chlorine and whatnot. Like, that's cool, right? So that's something to figure out. Yeah, lighting, the security stuff, that's cool, and the jacuzzi would be nice. And there's a what's it called? How do you call it? Little garden house. It's not necessarily a patio, right? It's a garden house. Like, this has this like very nice glass windows, which definitely need some like little tweak tuning with a screwdriver and whatnot, but we can go inside. There's stuff in here too. Yeah, it's remote controlled. Ceiling fan. There should be a remote somewhere, and I guess if it's remote controllable, we should be able to remote control it in a smart home. Terrace heaters in here, infrared heaters. Not sure if they're controllable, but not even sure if they work. Need to figure that one out. So that's something. I know there's Ethernet somewhere in that corner behind the wood. The previous owner told me he pulled out Ethernet from the fusebox into here. I guess this means I should put up some access point outside as well. It would be nice if you could be chilling here and then like have good Wi-Fi. Maybe a television as well would be nice to have some nice place to hang out in the summer evening. Yeah, little party house. So yeah, that's a quick tour of my house at this point. This is the current state. It's a mess. There are boxes everywhere. I'm sorry for that. But I do think it has a lot of automation potential. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. There's a lot of stuff I need to figure out. I need to figure out how to control heating. Let's start with that, because it's 8 degrees outside. It's not cold inside, so apparently it's working. But I don't know how to control it actually. And yeah, I think the first thing I'm going to pick up today actually, because yeah, it's the fusebox closet, basically, the electrical closet. That one needs to be cleaned up more. I need to get rid of the modem of the ISP. It will work for now, but I think the first thing I need to put up, and this was actually commented by somebody else as well, one of the first things you should pick up, he said, was, I'm not sure who said it, sorry, was pick up your networking first, get the infrastructure in. I guess that's true. I think we need to get the infrastructure in first. I've been thinking a little bit and writing a little bit about VLANs, what I want to do. I don't want to make it complicated, but I need something. I want a gas network, I want CCTV networks and such like that. Yeah, we'll write something down. I think I'll need to start there. Get up the infrastructure first. So let's start with networking. Sounds like a good deal. Anyhow, I will make some more of these weird, like real life videos about my smart home adventure. Not just my smart home adventure, I'll be heading out to CES in January as well. Maybe I can get some inspiration on things to do in my house as well. But for now, I think I have one hell of a job to do still. Lots of boxes to unpack. And yeah, let's start there and let's see where this adventure goes. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to follow more of my content and my smart home adventures. And for now, I'm going to say choo choo, homies.